Shout out Tony and Bill, Team Heavyweight and Bill, Team Heavyweight.
What's up, player?
That was really good. I like that.
Yeah, you know?
It's cute.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
What's up? Yo, man. It's a good day to be alive.
Always.
What a time to be alive.
I actually was dancing the digital dash this morning at 6 a.m. because I woke up very early.
It's too early to be dancing.
I was actually cleaning my room because it's gross, but I mean,
Okay, Molly made first thing in the morning. Okay, anyway, guys, you know the deal already. Follow us on Twitter at So3'sACrowd. You know, follow us on Instagram at So3'sACrowd. And Facebook, So3'sACrowd. YouTube, 3'sACrowd. SoundCloud, type in 3'sACrowd podcast. Find some stuff on there. And then email us at so3'sacrowd.gmail.com. Let's get in with this damn show.
yes.
Yo, fam. We barely spoke this week.
I know.
It's like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
What do you mean?
I don't know why we're off balance.
I know.
This yin and yang thing is not working.
I didn't tell you, even though we've been together for 2 hours now, but I had a mental breakdown on Tuesday.
Great, I had one on Sunday.
No, Tuesday. I was in my room like like it was bad. Like my mom's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I just need to be alone. Like, it's like,
yeah, it's tough.
Yo, it was a rough day for me.
Yo, we're usually in sync, fam.
Yo, it was such a rough day. I don't know, like. Was it just Sunday, or like how was your week? Like what?
No, I thought you were gonna go about your week because I was waiting to hear about the story and all, the whole nine yards.
It's just everything. Like on a daily basis, I'd say I have a lot of like stress that I can handle. I guess just students have stress. If you work, you probably have work stress, family stress, but additional stress was added, and it was just like, yo, I cannot. And like I'm big on like planning stuff. Like if I'm going out at a party, I'll plan everything. If I am doing something like, I don't know, work-wise, like I usually have a proper plan that works.
You
and my plans
control.
were, yeah, I know it's bad, but it's the Leo in me. And like my plans were shot, like it was just, everything was ruined and shattered.
Shambles.
And
That's my favorite word.
Shambles, that's a good one. Yeah, like everything was just
shambles.
like, whoa. And I had no control, and my hands were shaking. It's like, I need to control my life. Other than that, I ended up going out for All-Star Weekend. It was
That makes one of us, so I'm really, really proud of you.
It was lit, but I should have went to the other party because Tory Lanez performed. The man was crowd surfing, and I just watched everyone's Snapchat like, okay, well, I still had fun though. I went to Bloke. It was okay. Yeah, it's reading week, so it's nice to like not have to go to school, but I'm doing driving school, so I'm still like up in the mornings, but it's just a break from York. And what day is it today? Thursday? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all. I guess it's a good week.
That's what's up. Apart from your breakdown.
Yeah, it's made me stronger, but it was so hard. And it's one of those, those ones where you're stressed and it's like, well, this is me. I do this a lot. Like I just expect people to know, and I expect people to call me so I can then tell them. But
I'm feeling a lot of shade, by the way, guys, because I feel like that was targeted at me, and I'm just gonna stare.
I'm just used to we talk every day, so I'm like, he's gonna call me and then we'll talk, because I don't want to call him because I don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it, but I don't, like, it was just so like it was just way too much. But yeah.
Oh.
No shade. I got through it, out here.
Yo, we always survive. My week. Ooh. So I was like listening to the podcast prior, and we were talking about being positive in the next episode. So to make that happen, I tried to make the best of my week and be positive throughout the week. And I started with seeing a movie that I really wanted to see, and that was Deadpool. Oh my God!
Jeez.
That movie was freaking great.
You're very happy.
And yeah, I was like, it's like it was just above, beyond, and it was just great. If you can go out there and see that movie, I know they ain't finna give me no money for promoting this movie, but I said go out there and go and see it because it was really funny. And I was like, to the point where I was cracking up in the theater by myself. I was like,
You're used to that though. You're
yeah,
usually
no, remember
the one
you met me in grade 12?
Yeah. You're usually the one that was.
But yeah,
laughing.
it was great, man. It was great. What else happened? I didn't go out for All-Star Weekend. It was super cold. I just really didn't want to go outside. But then I was pissed because I found out that Terrence J was here, and he is like my, like, I don't like to use the word idol because I feel like you shouldn't have an idol. Like the Bible says you shouldn't have one, and I try to be as biblical as I can. But he's someone that I look up to a lot, especially because we have the same kind of career goals and stuff like that. And like he went from being like an underdog at 106 in Park to being a host on E! News and all those things. Now he's an actor, directing his own movies. Like he's just a great person, an author, all that stuff. These are different like tools that I want to have and behind my name kind of thing. So I was like really want to see him, but the weather said differently. He's come back to Toronto, so I'm not too stressed. And
when?
Oh, I don't know, but like he's gonna return. He likes Toronto. Also on Saturday I became flustered at work. I want to ask you guys, would you show up to somebody's workplace who you're talking to, what you were talking to, and like it just kind of like faded out of like nowhere? Like, would you show up to their workplace? Like,
I'm dumb. I was waiting for an answer. Like, it's just us two here.
Like, would you show up to somebody that you were talking to who stopped talking to you's workplace?
No,
Like,
I actually avoid the places. So
like, I feel like that's so weird, but that's exactly what happened to me, and I was like shaking at work, and it was just weird. Yeah, so that was that, and what else happened for the rest of the week? Oh, Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day.
I went to the club Valentine's, so that can show.
That was the day I had to break down, not because it was Valentine's Day, but just because I was just thinking about a lot of things. I went against the podcast prior, which was about stop stressing your 20s, and I kind of had to break down. But then I got my shit together, and here I am. So, fuck that, y'all. Okay.
This guy's so short. I'm so sorry. I know.
Yeah, I need Kezia to be here on a weekly basis.
This guy's so short. Anyway.
Okay, but there's this thing that I really wanted to talk about this week. And I was talking to my cousin, and we're talking about like how she was invited to a potluck party, and the person was saying, bring something. Like, I hate potluck parties. I will not show up to a potluck party. Why? I feel like that is such a cop-out if it's not having to deal with like work or something. Like if you're inviting people to your house or something, like don't try to do no potluck type shit. Like you invited people to your house. I find that it's like you weren't prepared to have a party. Like, you know what? Like, it really bothers me. Like, and it's like the things, what I hate about potluck parties is also the things that the list of stuff that they ask for and the type of shit that people bring for.
List? You can't tell me what to bring.
Like, you can't have, like, you know, like they want to have knife and forks. Like, that is something that you should have had from prior to the party. So it shouldn't have been something that you try to ask people to bring to your party.
This party that you're discussing was at someone's house and they asked for knives and forks?
Like they had like a list of stuff like bring knife and fork, plastic. So I'm just like, at this point, you should have been had this.
Why isn't that something they're providing? It's your house.
Like, so if you're not providing the knife and fork, what can I ask you to provide for me? Like, what could you have?
Angry?
No, it's so mind-boggling. I don't get why people do that. And then it's like I hate the people who bring like the stuff that no one's going to eat type shit. Like, why? Like, think about the people that are coming to the party. Like, you don't want to bring like quesadillas to a place that's full of black people who like don't eat quesadillas. Like, that's not the type of party.
Or it's a kid's birthday party. They're bringing goat meat. Like,
yeah, it's not the appropriate food. Like,
yeah.
It really pisses me off. And then you have people who bring the bare minimum. Like, they bring bottled water that they had in their fridge and they're waiting for Caravana to sell. Like, it's one of the things that you don't do. Like, like I'm so mad. Honestly, I've had enough of potluck parties. And when I go to potluck parties, I try to bring stuff that I know. Like, I've been to to a potluck party and I brought popcorn, but it's not like I just brought like any kind of popcorn or the little no-name great value Walmart popcorn. Like I went to Colonel's and got popcorn for the party. And it's like those are the people that they want to bring you like spritz up, not 7-Up. Like, don't come to the party with that.
No, you bring no name to your house. Don't bring that to mine.
Don't be doing
like,
that.
No.
Don't do that. That's a don't for this week.
Don't.
So when you are invited to,
You're screaming.
I'm doing this to help other party planners out there.
Shut up.
Do not. And you can't tell people like, hey, disclaimer, don't bring this. Like you gotta like. Just,
I would tell you already know me.
Yeah, but like
people.
I'm saying, like when you're going to a party, you have to be aware of what you're bringing and like bring the right shit for potluck parties, or Myron will not be in attendance. So get your shit together, and I said my piece.
Don't kill me. The last potluck party I went to was like it was like a cousin's thing. So like you said, there's certain ones that it's acceptable, but like certain times it's not. I brought chips, and my uncle who was cooking was late, so those came in clutch. Like, who brought the chips? I'm like, that's me. Chips and dip. Like,
that's the thing too. People want to bring the wrong chips too. Like,
no,
you know that barbecue, that one that tastes horrible, and they have it at the party. And
they bring Cheetos. Like,
yeah,
we're outside.
The cheese puffs. They want to come and bring like there's no like you don't have soap.
Like what you said about the spritz thing. That is really
it's just
bad.
like 7-Up. It's saying 7 down or some shit. Like I don't know.
It's a little bit too light. Like,
yeah,
appropriate color.
Yeah, it's like citrus, citron. I'm like,
or
no,
it's like Coke, but it's like white. Like the label's white and blue. Like
the Dr. Pepper. It's just saying guess who on the package. Like no, we don't have time for this. Keep those stuff at home and let them expire in your house. Don't bring them to other people's places to expire.
Just bringing them 77-cent ginger ale.
Yeah, like what I mean?
If you don't bring Canada Dry, you can't come to my house.
Yeah, like at least bring Canada Dry. Don't bring the ginger ale that says selection.
Yeah, it's green.
No. Like it's not appropriate. And water's never appropriate to bring to a party because that just
unless it's a house party.
Unless it's a barbecue potluck. You don't need to be bringing water to somebody's house.
Your face right now, like this is something you need to talk about.
Because I've literally been to so many potlucks and it's like people bring the wrong stuff. Like it's just really annoying. Like because you think that other people think about other people and who's going to be there. It's just wrong. So don't do that, guys. Other than that, I've said enough.
Yo,
for this
one thing that pisses me off a lot. Like I just want to bang the table right now is bad customer service. Only because I work at Starbucks, and every month we're being talked about some type of new customer service thing we have to do because we love our customers. If it wasn't for the customers, we wouldn't be here, and yada 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 yada. And I go to places and people treat me like I'm begging to buy what I'm trying to buy. So All-Star weekend, obviously Saturday, I was not money's tight, so I wasn't out, but I was really hungry and I went to go grab pizza. And I live like in North York, so there's like a pizza on Jane and Shepherd, and there's one at Jane and Finch, and like people who live around the city know the distance between the two, right? But I'm like, hey, Shepherd's closer, so I'm gonna go to that one. So I go there, and they're not busy. The guy that works there is leaned up on the counter talking to a girl.
Issue one.
And I haven't been waiting long, so I was like, whatever. I'm on the phone. I tell my friend, hold on. I'm kind of listening to the conversation. He's trying to chop the girl. So I'm like, you know what? Like, if I interrupt them, I'm going to sound bitter. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just leave it. And he was getting successful. So I'm like, let me, whatever. So he gets her number. So at this point, it's time to get back to work. And the man walked to the back. So I was like, oh, so like, am I not dark enough? Like, you can see me. Like, what are you doing? And he comes back. He doesn't come back to the front. I have to go and move from the till to go and be like, hello. Like, we haven't been helped yet. And then they look at me and look back. And I'm like, wait. This is not. I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm like, hold on. Like, is this happening? So whatever. So I'm like, and I'm moving my hands because I'm so like flabbergasted. Like, what is happening?
Because I'm flabbergasted.
So then I go back to the till because I see him coming, and I'm like, can I get the snack, whatever, wings, whatever. And it comes with a drink and dipping sauce. Again, like, this is crucial. It comes with it. And I know the price because I'm obviously there too often. So he puts it in a thing, and I'm like, oh, can I get a peppercorn ranch dip? He's like, yeah, for sure. The price is $7.90. The debit thing says $8.70. I'm like, okay. I look at the thing, and the man wasn't listening to me, so he added the dipping sauce, which made the price higher. And, like, that wouldn't have been a problem if I wasn't ignored from the beginning. So I'm like, this guy's not listening. So I'm like, excuse me, because after he pressed debit, I didn't see him again. I don't know where he went. Like, he wasn't at the till. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, excuse me. I was trying to be nice still. And no one's coming, so I go to the side. I'm like, hello. Like, I was so hungry, and I was so sad. Whatever. So I say, hello. No one's looking at me. Hello. They look at me, and no one comes. I'm like, fuck it. I pulled my debit card out, and I went to Jane and Finch Pizza. The whole way out, I'm like, I cannot believe that. Like, I was very loud.
No, Kezia's very
vocal. Very mad.
Like,
I was like, this is ridiculous. And I jumped in my car and went to Jane and Finch. And, like, I just feel like at Starbucks, there would have been a letter with my name on it saying, your barista, Kezia, my family was really thirsty because I couldn't get my people at Starbucks love to write letters. So I just feel like bad customer service, like, I just don't understand. I understand maybe you get paid between $11 and $14. Like, you don't care about your job. But, like, it's your job. So if your nurse was like, I don't get paid enough, so I'm not going to give the needle properly, there will be a problem. So your customer service, that's the job you signed up for. Like, acknowledge me. Like, I was so...
No, I have to let people know all the time. Whenever I'm upset at, like, a customer service, I just let the person know. I'm like, you picked the job. The job didn't pick you.
I was actually going to write a letter.
I always do it all the time.
Because my friend wrote a letter to Pizza and he got, like, a $40 gift card. But I was like, honestly, like, it's not that deep. But I was really mad at the moment because it's just like, yo, you're, like, I'm hungry and you're ignoring me. Like, these two things are not going to end it well. Whatever.
Go over it, dog.
Very. Well, I was very in the moment. I had to tell my mom. I was like, "It's over." I'm like, "It's not over." I'm so mad. Oh my god, I'm just still mad now.
Like, yeah, I'm like, we gotta. I'm going there. I'm
like, what's his name?
I'm like, we gotta cut it because All right, guys, we'll be back.
So everyone knows it's February, it's Black History Month, and if you didn't know that, like, please stop, like, just get off our podcast right now, because you guys don't respect anything. And like I think we talked about this last week, that we're not too, like, educated on, like, different Black history. Like, we kind of just know the typical Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, whatever. And, like, I kind of wanted to, like, I should put a disclaimer that this is not an educational talk. I'm pretty sure you guys know that at this point, but, like, we're not here to, like, tell you what to think or what we think, or it's kind of just it's just opinionated. Like, it's not facts kind of thing. So I don't want no one. Actually, this is like, no, I don't want to hear that. Like, no, I kind of want to just discuss reverse racism in a comfortable environment where I can say kind of what I think, what I feel, what I want, and you can say what you think, what you choose. And you can kind of say, like, what you think, whatever. And yeah, like, the reason I'm talking about this is obviously Black History Month, but also the Grammys. Was it Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah. That alongside Beyonce Formation video, again, like, if you haven't watched it, again, you have to go. It was great. Kendrick won Best Rap Album of the Year, I believe, and that, honestly, that touched me, just because, like, the album, The Blacker the Berry, that's what it's called, he focused on, like, a lot of Black issues that, I think, I don't know if it was you and I having a conversation about this, but people, like, know that people in the media have a lot of power, and it's artists have the power to kind of push these issues, and people are scared. They don't do it. And he was like, I don't care. This is real, and it needs to be discussed. And, like, for that album to win, it's like, I feel like people look at those type of things like, oh, what album won this year? Let me go look at it. Like, it can bring awareness that we're really missing.
Let me tell you something. The Academies is very important to white folks.
Right, yeah, that's so, like, so, you know,
really,
if they didn't know about Kendrick, if they didn't know about this album, they know about it now. And it's like the issues that are discussed there, people want to pretend they don't exist. And I just feel like, even same with Beyonce, her video and, like, the issues that she discussed, like, I kind of just want to put it out there. Like, what's your, I guess, thoughts on reverse racism? What do you think it is? Like, do you think it exists? Is it possible? Like, what's
reverse racism or racism?
Reverse racism, because that's
That
what these two things are bringing out. White people saying that these videos are like against them and it's racist towards them and they're being discriminated against, and I just
like
yo.
So I feel like, to me, I don't think racism can reverse racism can exist, because it's like
see the way you're stuck. Like, we can't, like, what
you
is
guys
the...
are so privileged, and it's like, obviously, like, they have been the dominant culture for time and time and time again, and so with them being the dominant culture all the time, obviously with those comes exclusion, where you have black only stuff and you have white only stuff, and it's like, that's where segregation was. Yes, we're working towards, you know, trying to eliminate that type of stuff, but I also believe that there's the reason why, like, you have to have something where people can be okay with, like a culture where people can feel okay and share that commonality. So if it takes to have a BET, a Black Entertainment Television Network, for them to have their own award show, it's not saying, hey, we're excluding white people, because guess what? Justin Bieber was there. Sam Smith was nominated one year. It's not like an exclusion it's not to exclude white people from these things. It's just to celebrate people within a culture. Like, we don't attack other cultures for having award shows. Like the Bollywood award show, like, we don't attack them, because that's something that, like, they are really they're really proud about their culture, and they celebrate people within the Bollywood industry. So to have that for, you know, black people, why is it all of a sudden it's an issue? Why is it like, you know, he goes up on the stage and all of a sudden it's an issue? And you know what? I'm really, like, I really applaud Kendrick for doing that, because honestly, when I was watching it, like, I didn't get to watch it the day of because I was at work.
Me neither,
but like, when I got home and like I was researching and watching the videos and stuff, and I watched the 6 minute, like, that was a powerful 6 minutes.
I was staring at the computer the whole
time.
time.
That was a powerful flipping 6 minutes. Everything. Like, I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yo, when he came out with Chains, my mouth dropped. Like, I was just staring, and I almost cried. I'm almost gonna cry now. Like,
yeah, and
I almost cried, because I was like, yo, do you know how much white people are sitting there staring at this? Like, and it's like they pretend that what he just put on the stage is what they see. Yeah. This is how they see black men, and it's like, for him to do that, like, oh my, I really applaud.
God. And like, what I also really applaud is the fact that the people that supported him afterwards, such as the White House, they applauded him for his performance, and like the fact that he even talked about Trayvon Martin, like, he brought that issue on the like with a new song kind of thing. Like, oh my, everything about that performance was just life, and like. And like, the response that he got from Katy Perry, from just other white people, or, you know, people that, like, it was just I'm just really, like, I thank you, Kendrick, because honestly, I don't think anybody could have tried to do it that way, and I feel like people have had the opportunity that platform to do it, but no one has ever taken the step to do it. And it's like, people are waiting on Beyonce to come up with the song, or they're waiting on somebody. And it's like, here's Kendrick, who a lot of people did not know about. Like, he was a star, but he turned into a superstar that night. Like, everybody was like, Kendrick. And like, now I'm just thinking about his what's the album, the first album called again? Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, like, you know how his mom, Kendrick, like, I'm just sitting there like, Kendrick, yes, Kendrick. Like, I was so proud. Like, to be honest, I was proud that I was able to, and like, you look to other people, like, you think Kanye would be doing stuff like that, and then Kanye, like he just kind of falls short.
But his, like, he had it, and then he started fucking with Kim, and it's like, I'm sorry. Oh, like,
you had that tweet. There was some of that tweet that was like, this is what Kanye could have been if he didn't fuck with the Kardashians. Yeah, Kendrick is what
Kanye could have been.
Yeah, and it's like, I really thank him to having that platform to do it, because I really believe that, like, once you have that platform to be on national television with that many viewers and to put on a show like that,
Wild.
and have people tuned in for 6 minutes. Some white people, or not even white people, but some people who have an issue with racism, they probably clicked it right away and they missed out on the powerful 6 minutes. And I mean, they're the reason why it's gonna still continue. But the people who watch, I feel like he changed. He put a step into.
He put it
on
out
the forefront.
there.
Yeah.
These are the issues, and like it needs to be changed. Like I'm not taking this anymore, kind of thing. You know, like
He
I'm
did
not
a good
pretending
job.
it
He was
doesn't.
aggressive too. I was like, shit,
yeah,
nigga, I feel
like,
you.
When I watched, I was like, my chest.
I don't live in the Americas, but I feel you.
Yo, my mom's favorite line. My family wasn't slaves, mommy. We're
Like,
from eat, mommy.
Yeah,
mommy.
like I,
That's her favorite line.
I'm not trying to say that racism it doesn't happen in Canada, because I've experienced it here in Canada.
That's something we have to kind of change as Canadians. Yeah,
It's like, you know, it's just great that that platform was made open to him, and that he even took it to go to that extent, because all 3 scenes that he had, cheese.
yeah.
Cheese.
I think that, and only as a feminist, obviously I have to go here. Only issue that I have is like I feel that Beyonce's Formation video was slapped. She's this, reverse racism, Black Panther this, argument. She's horrible. Why is she doing this? And then Kendrick's thing was put out there, and all I've seen was positivity. And I just feel like that's a gender thing where it's like everyone wants to kind of like police women, like women shouldn't be like aggressive and loud about their issues and loud about the thing. And I think that I'm happy that both of them happened, but like I did see that. Like I think I read someone's blog about it, and it was just like that's really,
I get the gender
really
aspect that you're saying now, that you're saying that, but I also am thinking about the SNL skit. Have you watched that?
No.
Oh my god, that was that thing was shared all weekend on Facebook and social media kind of thing. Basically, it was like they made like a trailer type thing, and it was with how white people were reacting to the song Formation, and they're like, she's not talking about us. Like, the song is not for us. And like they were like it was like they felt excluded kind of thing, and like
so bad.
Everybody was sharing this video, like everybody. It was so funny, and it was fitting. Like it's really, 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 really fitting. And
actually I want to send me the link. I was gonna say that's actually kind of funny.
If you guys have not watched it,
for once it's not about you. Sorry.
Yeah, like the please just go on YouTube and type in Beyonce Formation SNL skit. Oh man, greatest thing. Like it was so funny. Like I cried laughing, and I was like, this is exact. And it was like the world was crumbling for white people. It was so
She's not
funny.
About
like it was so funny. I swear to God, it was so funny. But I mean,
as long I guess we both agree that reverse racism is not a thing.
I don't think it's a thing.
You said it very right. Like you have privilege and power. You have to have privilege and power to to be racist. And I don't understand what power Black people have.
I don't want to sound like I'm not like white. I'm like against white people or any other stuff, because I'm not. Because honestly, I have a lot of white friends, and I grew up in a what you would call a white neighborhood, and it's just like all the time it's always been that kind of thing for me. And it's just like yes, some of them have made me feel excluded, because I do believe it was my color, not because of who I was, because I felt like a lot of people did like me in school. Like I feel like I was excluded because there was no commonalities that we had. Like we didn't relate to certain things. Like there was just a lot of things that we just don't relate to, and that's why you had those social groups. And it's like you can't say like a social group is you can't exclude a social group because of certain things that they do or whatever. Like that's why I think like BET is needed. The Latino, TLN, that's needed. Outside of Latin Lover, it's needed. But like there's so
many. You just triggered something that I meant to say. I forgot.
Like there's so many networks that they have. Like they have a Punjabi like Omni network. Like are you gonna get mad because like that's the only way you can deal with diversity is to incorporate these things. And like my dad watches hockey in Punjabi. My dad said he has no clue what they say, but he just likes watching it. Like so it's like that's how you kind of get people into to like get used to the fact that there's other races and we need to be equal. Like I don't understand why it's such a task to just be equal. Like I don't understand why it's so long for people to just be fucking equal.
When you said the thing about Bollywood, that reminded me basically like of what I think either we talked about last week or the week before. Basically, like, black people don't stick together, and that's why it's really hard for us to strive and like gain that power and respect and stuff like that. Whereas Bollywood TV, no, I've never heard a complaint about it. I've never heard a complaint. Bollywood movies play in the theaters, like, you know what I mean. Whereas BET is becoming a huge issue. It's like black people aren't supporting each other as to why we can't win this fight. Like,
that is a big thing.
Really
and that
think
also goes back to Kendrick's performance. That like we like that's the only thing that I really find hard about being a black person, is to find that ability to, you know, like it's okay for me to be comfortable in my own skin, but it's to be accepted by the people of the same skin. Like, oh God, to be black has to be one of the hardest things ever. If you don't deal with it being with the opposite color, you deal with it the same color. Like, oh, like
your hair is not a certain way.
Yeah, like honestly, in high school, like I had to deal with.
Yeah,
I have to deal with being, oh, Myron, you're so white by the black kids, and then I have to deal with being, Myron, you're not black enough for the white kids. And I'm just like, you know what? All y'all niggas can fuck you. Myron is Myron, and I don't give a shit.
It's
and,
not
and
right.
It's like that type of stuff is like, just I'm so glad. Like, obviously it started in high school and it starts elementary, but like I'm so glad that I've matured over those years. And I like, if those people are still making these comments, if you're a grown ass person and you're still making comments like this person's not black enough or this person's too white enough
in 2016, after we have all access to all these, like, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. So don't complain.
That's the people like. No, actually, no, I'm not going to say that. Like, that's a bit. I was going to be. I was going to talk about.
patting your back. I'm like, calm down.
I was going to talk about lynching and I was like, let me just chill. So on that note, like mine is just. I'm so over those that mindset that people like. Black people, get your shit together and let's help elevate each other, because everybody else is elevating each other and we're sitting here cutting each other's throats.
Like, you're gonna go buy
we want to look good at fucking Christmas.
You're gonna go buy your blunt from a Chinese convenience store, and it could be a black convenience store if we weren't so like annoying.
That's the issue that my parents have with like black girls and
my
hair.
grandpa.
Oh, my dad's like, go to. I'm not even here for
it's
this.
It's so true. Like, even if you look at the hair stores you go to, girls that go to beauty supply warehouse stores, the black people are in the floor helping you with your hair.
But it's
have you ever seen a black girl in the store touch the money? Yeah, right. So sorry, that I don't like, but I mean, I have to go there. So like, they've monopolized the business.
But yeah, no, I honestly, like, with that being said, I wish that at one point, like, if it's not my generation, but at some point, sooner than later, that black people will be able to help each other. Like, it's so hard. Even just to get black people to listen to this damn podcast is a struggle.
Yeah, like, where you guys
I got white people tweeting me all the time about they listening, and I got no black people other than the ones that are in my crew that are just like 5 of them that are saying, and minus Kezia makes 4, and my co-workers that don't count. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just need to have that support of each other, and it's like, it's really tough. So y'all, that
it's tough, but
I'm not gonna get mad because you know we have another segment to do and I ain't got time for this. It's positivity, so you know, with that positivity, I'm gonna say, black people,
band together.
There you go. So Kezia,
what's up?
It's like question/advice time.
Jeez.
I know this is your favorite part.
Yeah, I got really excited.
Yeah, no, like every week we're hearing Kezia get excited. So, so this week's question is, how do you guys define dating versus a relationship, talking versus dating, and talking versus relationship?
Lord, that's 2016 in a nutshell. 2016.
Girl.
2010 to 2016.
Carbs, the whole 9 yard. Like, gosh, that question is it really.
I know the first one. Dating is when you date, you go out.
What's dating though? Is that exclusive type shit?
I would say no, personally. I think that you can date many people.
That's true.
Because, like, I'm exploring. Like, I start dating you and you're away. So I'm just
explore?
like, I'm like, Dwayne, come back. Like, Michael. Like, just kidding. Like, no. So, yeah, like, it's like, dating, like you go on dates, you're getting to know the person.
Yeah.
The reason you're interacting with this person is to get to know them, to see if you are interested in being in. And then the other thing is dating versus relationship. So in a relationship. So I think that's where the
That goes back to the
exclusive would
claim.
come back.
If they don't claim you, you ain't in a relationship. If they do, you are. So therefore, that answer
that needs to chill a bit.
What?
Going back to Love and Hip Hop again this week. This girl went and claimed the man in the club. Like, they had sex, and then she went to the club with him, and his friends were there, and she was like, yeah, this is my boo. And he was like, what?
Yeah,
and he literally said, what? And looked at her.
Yeah, that's not a relationship.
Americans, you guys are our next
dating.
one.
That's not a relationship.
How are you going to claim a man? He says no, and you're like, yeah, we are. Yo, for when he said no, I would have been in the Uber, like, bye.
No, Kezia loves Uber. Like, you need public transit. We don't have money.
Whips up
Anyway,
just now.
Okay, so we kind of established that.
Okay, yeah. So you said, like, exclusive is a relationship, and
I feel like exclusive is towards, like, I feel like exclusive is the in-between before the relationship. Like, I feel like you guys have to kind of, like,
would that be talking?
Yeah. Talking?
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay,
don't
so
come
dating,
on night, baby, and then you're like, someone else.
Dating is when you got plenty of bitches. Like, you got plenty. Like, that is, like, you got to narrow it down, and you're slowly coming in on, you're narrowing it down to your one. You're cooking, you're simmering, you're
Myron, they got it.
Okay. That's the dating, you know? You just added, like, the oil to the pot kind of thing, you know?
Trying to, explore.
Season.
Taste test. What the taste test?
All right, Chef Ramsay.
Cheers.
And then you have your relationship, which is, like, obviously, like, that
we're together. Like, you are my boyfriend.
It's a mutual understanding of where it is. Like, ain't nobody that's stupid. Yeah, no, it has to be mutual. Like, nothing in a relationship is mutual. A friendship is mutual. So, that's a relationship kind of thing. Talking is when it's exclusive.
Like, I know that there's something here. You know there's something here. We're going to try and see what's happening.
Yeah, we're going to try and knock off the other people, your plan Bs. Like, you know, like, you don't really need any more plan.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay, and the only plan B we use is...
Just I said we, but I'm the only woman in the room, so now I mean...
And I have to purchase, so no.
I'm also a virgin, so what's plan B?
Okay, yeah, so this is not going to happen again next week. And then you have talking versus a relationship. Now,
we just kind of,
kind of just explained that, but, like, yeah, that's kind of towards the whole, like exclusive is, like, you can't, exclusive is where you can start to get mad at certain things because you're like,
are you a relationship expert? Like, that is literally it. Like, when you're
I'm
talking
single
to
and I'm alone and I'm a relationship expert. Let me tell you, Nick.
Only.
Okay, no, that's a positive thing. I'm content with being alone. Anyway, that's not what the question was. But, like,
you want to talk about it?
Talking is like you can start to get mad at the type of shit that the person does because, like, you know, like, and then a relationship is like, you don't give a fuck, you go off. Just kidding, you don't go off because that will cause you to just be dating once again.
The thing is, like, if I have to go off, I don't really want to be with you. So.
That too. Like, if we're talking and I'm having too much discussion, side talks with you about you acting up.
But talking is a very.
If you're misbehaving and we're talking, like, I'm cutting.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
out.
I think that talking is a very rocky stage for girls. I don't know how you feel, but, like, it's just like, because you...
This girl's generalizing.
There's
like,
this picture...
it's tough for me too, I know, bit.
This picture is... This picture. Kezia, I'm not even awake, guys. I'm so sorry.
Guys.
Okay. I saw this picture on Instagram, and it was like, oh, when you plan your whole life with him, and then he doesn't stay. Like, real shit. I feel like girls plan their lives with this guy when they're talking to them, and it's like, you never know. Like, and you're always so nervous because you don't know what is too much.
Don't plan when you're talking. You plan when you're in a relationship, girl.
I feel like... Yeah, like, I feel like there was this... I was telling my friend, like...
Oh, not me? Just kidding.
Oh, so bad.
Just kidding.
I was telling my friend that you can't walk into every situation with your relationship face on. And that's a problem that girls make, or a problem that happens with girls when they're talking to a guy, because they're there like, yo, I'm gonna wife this guy, and it's like, settle down. Like, you're talking, you're exclusive, like you said, you're interested, you can kind of get mad at stuff, but you guys are not in a relationship. So and that's where he can make the mistakes that he shouldn't be making in the relationship to see if he can make it to the relationship. Like, like, really the whole claiming thing that you said, like, because you guys, I think this girl tweeted today, she's like, some guy tried to talk to me and was really getting involved, and I asked, like, aren't you married? And he said, kind of. Like,
no, like, that's like, okay.
Jesus.
I'm kind of a person like that.
You can't kind of be married. You have a ring or not?
That's the type of person I find myself to kind of be on the fence kind of guy. Like, I'm always a kind of, like, you know me. Like, when you ask me if I want to go somewhere, I say kind of. I know, I get it. I get it.
Going out to dinner. Jesus, you can't be
I
kind of married, sir. Does she have your last name or not? Like, that's what I would ask him. Like, come. Let's have a seat. Give me your hand. You see this? Like, sir, you are married. What do you mean, kind of? Oh, you know, because we don't sleep in the same room.
And then when they have to give
like,
you, Anyway, we don't really fuck with anybody.
I don't know anyone married.
I don't know anybody married. But like,
stop this.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's how I answer that question. I think we defined that damn shit.
Do you have like?
Kudos to fucking us.
I know. So you guys, now you know. The guy or girl you're talking to, you know if you're dating, if you guys are in a relationship.
I just helped you.
Yeah, literally.
All right, anyway, that's it for the damn show because Kezia and we have places to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, places to be,
but
niggas to see.
We always thank you guys. It's great. It's really cool.
Thank you guys for listening. This is episode 6. Jeez, I didn't say that in the beginning.
God.
You
and if you guys don't know, Drake's album's coming out on
No, we're not here for that. Because Drake is not going to be like...
And
Drake, I have a couple bills that you would like...
but the 6 thing came from, so, you gotta give credit where it's due. Anyways.
And,
yeah, so... follow us on everything that Myron said at the beginning. But in case you weren't listening...
They forgot it's 40 minutes.
Twitter at So Three's a Crowd. Because I check that so often. It's so cute seeing people. I love you guys. Anyway, Facebook, So Three's a Crowd. SoundCloud, Three's a Crowd Podcast. Instagram at So Three's a Crowd. A lot of people are following us. You guys are so cute. I know. I keep saying that, but it's like, it's a lot. It's new to me. I'm not really used to being the public eye.
We need to wrap this up.
YouTube, Three's a Crowd again. And anything you want us to talk about, any questions, if you want to just say hi.
All that stuff.
Email us at
even Snapchat us.
So Three's a Crowd at gmail.com.
Snapchat me that pussy.
Boom.
Oh, that was really good.
I know, I'm in sync. Bye, guys.